Hey guys, Eggy here, welcome back to another video. Today I have a big haul video to do. First off, I'm just going to be showing you guys what I bought for myself for Christmas, and then I'll be showing you some stuff that I got bought for Christmas. So first up, just because I already took it out of this packet, we have Fairy Cat Volume 2. I am super excited to read this one because I really did enjoy the first one, and just look how small the kitty cat is. I bought this one from the Waterstones triple point thing that was going on. I bought Sparrow and Hawk, the first one and the second one, at the same time, and then I ended up filling my stamp card up, so I have £10 to spend. So basically, I earned money buying them, you know, so it worked out in the end, even though they are retail price, because, you know, it's Waterstones, all of it is retail price, but I saved myself money, I earned money, so, you know, that was a big win. Now we have a Forbidden Planet one that I ordered, I think it was like Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, one of them, so it's only just turned up, and today is the 3rd, so it did come quicker than I thought it would. I thought it was going to take ages to come, considering that I ordered it on Christmas and stuff. So we're going to go open this, but I'm going to try and open it. I'm going to show you guys. It's really light box. I'm trying to remember what I ordered, but like the box is really light. Because I picked it up and I nearly dropped it because I wasn't expecting it to be light, because usually when I order stuff it's like lots of books and like the box is heavy, but not this time. Have a load of paper, more paper, my receipt, which I'm not going to show you guys. Okay, I will show you guys because they use the label for my label. So we have got 2 volumes of manga and 3 Kirby blind boxes. So I got, it doesn't show you the prices on here. That's nice. They packaged my manga in a little plastic bag. So first up we have got Puppets Attract Volume 3, because that was on sale for £6 and it's a Kodansha one. A little dusty and a little dirty and a little doinked, but it's Kodansha and it was £6, so I don't really mind. Yeah, it's £13.99 usually, and I've got the first 2 and I love this series, even though it's, you know, dogs, and I'm very much a cat person. I've got more manga about cats than I do about dogs. This is my only series of dogs, and I have 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 series that I can see right now of cats. So I'm very much a cat person. But this was £6 because I did not want to pay retail price for it, because it is a little chunkier than the Masterful Cat Express again, and they're around the same price. But £6, it would be rude not to get it. And I love this series, it's really good, and I like the art of like the dogs and stuff, because the dogs are really cute. The first one just introduces the characters and stuff. The second one introduces like the side characters and stuff. Now this 3rd volume is going to be when the main characters go on an overnight trip with the dogs, and I'm expecting, you know, hints of romance and stuff. Very excited to read it. And then the next one we got is Jeanette the Genius. I know nothing of this series. It was £3.50 for 1 volume, and I was like, best believe I'm going to get it. It is very hard to find unless you're like going through Wob or Vinted. It's very hard to find a first volume for less than retail price. It is usually £9.99, but I got it for £3.50. So if I don't like it, that's fine. I didn't spend that much money on it. You know, if I don't like it, I'll offer it to like one of my friends or whatever, and then see if they'll want it and stuff. The blurb is: years of torment by her evil scheming stepmother have made Jeanette the laughing stock of high society. Now Jeanette's father has disappeared, giving the wicked matriarch the perfect excuse to cast her out of the house. Always the eternal optimist, Jeanette sees this as a chance for growth. Determined to start anew, she calls off her engagement to Count Claus Guvarch, rumoured to be forced into marriage to settle his family's debt. Wanting to free him, she's shocked when he refuses and instead offers to help reclaim her father's corporation. I thought that said corporation. That's my bad. Seizing the opportunity, Jeanette's business acumen quickly shines, but what's really behind Klaus's unexpected affection? So I'm guessing it's like Cinderella retelling. I don't know. Looking at it now, I don't know if it's because she's got such big eyes, but she looks very much like a child. And I'm really hoping there's not like a really weird age gap, because a lot of manga have that and it really puts me off. Again, I did not realise she looks that much like a child, so I'm hoping it's going to be a good one. But yeah, that was £3.50. So I was like, why not? We have got 2 blind boxes of like the same series for Kirby, because there was another one of these that was on sale and it was 2 that I already owned, and I didn't want to run the risk of doing that set and getting the ones that I already own, so I went for one that I don't have. And then we have one of the terrarium ones, so I think these are the ones that show you what you have on the cover, so I'm just going to show you guys the options instead. This is for this one, and then it's the same thing for the other set. And then for the terrarium ones, you can have either those or those. So we have this fountain one by the looks of it, and then for these ones we have Orb Kirby and Sleep Kirby. Now I'm really excited for the sleep one because I've been wanting to get like a proper sleep one for so long. So I'm super excited. I buried the knife underneath the paper. So let's just open the plastic bag. We have Little Sleep Kirby. And then put the rubbish back in the box so I'm not burying anything again. I can't remember how much these were right now. I don't know where I put it. Oh, it's in front of me. That's my bad. Yeah, I can't remember how much they were right now. But I'll have a look and I'll let you guys know. I think the terrarium was like 13 instead of 16. I'm not too sure because it doesn't say on the receipt the price. It just, you know, tells me the barcode number and stuff. So I don't know. I'm not too sure. I will have to have a look and then tell you guys. And we have Round Kirby, Orb Kirby. Do I know where I'm putting these? No. Were they cheap? And do I love Kirby? Yes. That was the only reason I got them. But you know, it's fine. I'll find some space. I say that, but I'm looking at my shelves and they seem very full of trinkets. So, you know, we'll figure something out. So this looks like the little island. Got some oranges. I know they show it brown on the camera, but they are orange. So oranges. And you got like the sand and like the sea. And then if I can open it, I'll show you guys Kirby. A very small Kirby with his fishing rod. Oh, I've put it together. I haven't even put Kirby on yet. I don't know where he goes. There's a hole there, so I'm assuming that's where the fishing rod goes. Is that right? I don't know if I'm doing this right, you guys. There's no instructions. So it seems like we got the ice cream island and not the one that was on the cover. So that's interesting, because the other two we got the ones that was on the cover. I don't know if he's gonna sit or if he's just gonna keep falling, because that's what he's like at the moment. I'm supposed to try and get him to sit on the island. Well, I guess like that, I suppose. Oh no, now he's fallen again. Yeah. So he is a bit fiddly, but you're supposed to put, there's like a hole there that you're supposed to put the fishing rod in, and then get him to sit on the island like that, and then just quickly put the lid on, I guess. But he still falls, so I don't know. And then you have the lid, which is a star, so we gotta open that. And probably don't make it fall like I did, but then you put the lid on. Okay, it does not want to go on. Okay, the lid doesn't want to screw on. Like, if you hold it, it's not clicking, and I'm trying to screw on and it's not going, and the bottom keeps falling. So I don't know what's going on with that, but that's what it looks like so far. He has fallen off his little island, but you know, it's fine. I'll just put it on the shelf and just not touch it, and then that should make it sit there. Now that that rubbish is all sorted, we can open the travelling man. This is, I have to say, the biggest box I have gotten from Travelling Man before, and it is super heavy. So let's see what's inside, and it would help if I had the blade the right way up and I'm not cutting myself again. Oh. Ow. Oh. This one is packaging peanuts. And I just know they're going to go everywhere, so I'm going to put them in the other box. At least until I can fish out what I got. Okay, so first up we have Alpi the Soul Sender, because I've been looking for this one for so long, but where it's by Tyson Comics, which is the same people that do Smiley and the Forest Spirits, which I didn't realise, but Smiley and the Forest Spirits is up to 4 now, and 5 comes out in like April, I think. So I've only got the first 2. I need to get 3 and 4 because that series I absolutely love and the art is amazing. But yeah, they are expensive and it's very thin. But I've been looking for this one for a long time and I'm super excited to read it. But like, that's just the first page and that's the cover and it just looks really, really nice. So yeah, I'm super excited to read this one. But yeah, it's a $9.99 book anyway, but I don't want to pay £10 for a book that's that thin. So when I was seeing it on the sale, it's like £5 and I was like, I'd much rather buy it for £5 than for £10, but you know. Hold on. Okay, now we are back. For you guys, not that much time has passed, but for me, it is now Monday, and I started filming Saturday. Basically, my dad came back, so I had to quickly, you know, stop, tidy up, so that when he comes in my room, he doesn't see, you know, like the parcels that's half opened. And then he's just been indoors the entire time, so I've had no chance to film. So I do apologise. I was supposed to do all of this on Saturday because I got told not to come into work because it's not that busy. So I was like, oh okay, it's Saturday, I'll just film my video then. No, not allowed. So I apologise for that, even though you guys, you know, it's not that long for you guys. So I unboxed this one and I showed you guys this one, so let's continue the Travelling Man one. Let's just take out all of the books. The only thing with it being, you know, the packaging peanuts is that these ones always get stuck in between the pages and the pages kind of bend a bit, so that's kind of annoying. But that, and when they have the packaging peanuts on top of like the main thing in the box, so I'll put the main thing in the box on the bottom and then I'll do the packaging peanuts and then I'll do the other books. But the only thing is, when I'm trying to take out the main thing, I keep getting the packaging peanuts fall on me, so I'm gonna try to not do that. Okay, now that is done. Had to double check I took everything out because there's still packaging peanuts in the bottom, but now I've got to number order them. Why is that one upside down? They're all in like the right, facing the right way and stuff, other than one in the middle that's just upside down for some reason. That one, and that one. Okay, so I don't know if I can hold this and show it to you guys without dropping them. So we have volumes 2 all the way up to 10 of Haikyuu, because as I said, it was 10% off sale and it would be rude not to. Hobbit got me volume 1 for Christmas, which I'll be showing later on in the video. So it was a 10% sale and the money from my stepmom literally covered the entire Travelling Man order, and I still had, you know, some change left over. So technically I didn't spend anything, you know. So we have 2 to 10, and then obviously we have Alpi that I ordered to try, and then in this lovely bit of paper we have the Haikyuu art book. It is dented here, if that's showing up. I don't know if that's showing up for you guys, hold on. Yeah, right there. But that is just because it's the paper cover so I think it should be fine. And you got Kageyama on the back. It should be okay, I think. Yeah, because this is it without the cover on. It's a really nice sketch, and I can't see any marks at the moment, so I think it could just be the cover. I don't really want to stress too much because I can't see anything. And then on the back cover you have the Kageyama sketch, which is really nice. This is a thick one because I've been wanting the art book for ages, like since it came out. Hold on, I've got to try and put the cover back on without denting it. I don't really like book sleeves, like when I read hardback books, but when I used to read actual word books, I just take the sleeves off because it gets in my way every single time. So I'm not too fussed about it just being the sleeve that's dented, because as I said, I don't really use it. Why is this not going back on? I can't get it on. It's just like a little gap. I can't figure out. I don't know. That'll do, I suppose. But yeah, it just seems like it's just the cover, which is fine. Yeah, I've been wanting this for ages, but it's £40 and I didn't want to spend £40 on it. So I was like, I'll just wait until it's on sale. And then it's just never been on sale for cheaper. So, because I paid 20 to 30, I can't quite remember, for the Apothecary Diaries one, and that one's like really thin. So, and I keep meaning to do a video of the Apothecary Diaries art book. I just keep forgetting. So I'll do a video of both of them, this one and the Apothecary Diaries one, at some point. I'm just gonna take a quick flick through because I don't really know what drawings are inside. But they're really good drawings. I'm really excited to have it, and I'm really excited to start collecting Haikyuu again. These drawings are really, really good. But yeah, I will do a video on this art book and the Apothecary Diaries one as like one video. I might do my Twisted Wonderland ones that I have that I'm trying to sell because they're the Japanese versions, because I literally bought the Japanese versions, 2 of them, on my birthday in July, and then in September the English ones came out. So, you know, that was like 2 years ago and I'm still trying to sell them to get the English ones. And I was in Forbidden Planet like last month, whenever I was in Forbidden Planet whenever I did a video last of it. And the English editions of the art books are hardback, which I didn't realise, because the Japanese ones are paperback, so like really floppy and stuff. So I'm excited to get that. I'm waiting to sell the Japanese ones first, just so I can have the funds to buy them, because I don't want to buy them and then still have the Japanese ones to deal with, because, you know, that's kind of annoying. But yeah, I'm really excited to get into Haikyuu. It is one of my favourite animes, and I don't really tend to watch sports animes, but Haikyuu is by far one of my favourite sports animes. I think I've watched a couple more, but the only other ones that come to mind is Yuri on Ice. That was a really, really good one. I'm still waiting for them to do the movie, but that was a really good one. I watched that ages ago, like when I first started getting into anime, and that was really good. And then I've watched a little of Kuroko no Basket. I like the little dog. I've watched a water polo anime. That one was okay. It was just a 1 season one, so it doesn't really linger that much in my mind. But yeah, so that's what I bought from Forbidden Planet, and then I showed you guys what, no, that's Traveling Man, I showed you guys what I got from Forbidden Planet. And now I'm going to show you guys the Vinland Saga ones that I bought from Hobbit for Christmas, so bear with me. Okay, so this is the shelf. That's my Christmas card from my nan. Let's let me move that quickly. I did just put them straight onto my shelf, so I didn't really take a picture when I got them. So we got 1 all the way to 14. They came in 2 massive boxes because he wanted to make sure that they were safe. They're in really, really good condition. Hobbit was selling them so he could get the deluxes, but they're really, really good condition. But yeah, they're really good condition. I have 1 to 14. Everyone has been recommending it to me for ages. I did have like the sample bit on my Kindle to read, but if you have a Kindle and you read the samples, you know it can vary from like 2 pages to a whole chapter, and sometimes with mangas like the chapter's only 5 pages long anyway. So it was just 2 pages for the Vinland Saga sample, so that was like really not helpful. But everyone's been recommending it for me for absolutely ages, and I hope it was mentioned that he was selling it, and it was £1.20 including postage for like the front rate. So I had £50 from my dad because he didn't get me anything for my birthday, and then he wasn't going to get me anything for Christmas, so I used that £50 as well to put towards it. So I only really paid £20 for it, you know, if you think about it that way, girl maths. So they're really good condition. I just put them on the shelf straight away because the delivery driver just left both boxes on the doorstep, so they were absolutely freezing cold when I got them, and I was like, I don't really want to have them on my bed to take a photo to like show people, because of where it was cold, and I felt a little wet, but I wasn't sure if that was because of the cold or not, so I had my dehumidifier on just to be safe. But yeah, so they're on my shelf, and now I'm really out of room on my bookcase because that was the empty shelf that I had when I did that massive unhauling that I did. So I've really got to cut down on my manga, but just on like the main bookcase. But I'm looking at it now, and I'm looking at the series that I have, and there's not really anything that I want to unhaul. I might unhaul the Yabami ones because they're 3 volumes, they're fan made, so it's not really like official. And I played the games, you know, I've watched the anime, and yes, it's like really meaningful to me, especially as I cried when I finished like the main part of the main game, because it's been so many years since I've been, you know, playing a game that I cried. I still got like all of the hard lessons to do and stuff, but there's not like story parts for them. So I finished the main story part, and it took me like 5 minutes to finish the end bit because I was that close to it, but I just stopped playing it for like a month because I knew I was that close to the end. And I was like, oh, I don't want it to be over. And then I finished it, and then I cried. And then they came out with a new game, and I don't really like the new game. It's really weird. But I'm getting off topic. I might unhaul the Yabami ones, and I think I'm going to unhaul the Apothecary Diaries ones because that was like the first series to make me buy a figure, and I really do love the series. I really do love the art. But as I've mentioned in a few videos, everyone keeps putting spoilers of the anime and spoilers of everything else online without, you know, saying that it's a spoiler and stuff, or they'll do the spoiler after you've seen it. And so 14 has been out for a while, and I just haven't bought it, and I just haven't wanted to buy it because like, well, I already know what's gonna happen because everyone spoiled it for me already. So I think I'm gonna unhaul those just because it's not really giving me joy to buy them anymore because of where everyone keeps spoiling it for me. So I don't really want to unhaul it because I do like the series, I do like the art, but everyone keeps spoiling it for me. I'm just not interested in it anymore, which is really annoying considering how invested in the series I was when I first got it. So I think I'm going to unhaul that. And I think I'm going to unhaul the figure too, which I don't really want to do because, you know, as I mentioned, it's my first figure that I ever bought. But, you know. But yeah, that will be 13 volumes and a figure that I'm getting rid of. And then I might unhaul the Cardcaptor Sakura ones that I have, because I don't have many of those. But where they've done it as like a really weird order, I have to watch the second film. And for some reason the DVD player is not working at the moment. So I've bought the films absolutely ages ago. I haven't watched either of them because the DVD player is not working. So I think I'm just going to unhaul the Cardcaptor volumes and then watch the films when I can get the DVD player working again. So that's 7 volumes, I think. And then with the Apothecary Diaries being 13 volumes long, that's 20 volumes. And then the 3 of Amy ones, that's like 23 volumes. So that's a good chunk of my collection if I unhaul those. But I don't know. I'm still kind of undecided because I really do enjoy Apothecary Diaries. But everyone, like all of the fans and stuff doing spoilers for it, does kind of make me not want to continue it. And it's really annoying because I won't even be following like Apothecary Diaries like tags and stuff for it. Like I'll just follow a meme account and then occasionally it's just like, oh, anime spoiler, not even just for Apothecary Diaries and stuff. Or you just get people posting stories on Instagram and it's just like spoiler and then like no warning, like there's not a story beforehand going, oh, by the way, spoilers for Apothecary Diaries on the next slide, so you know you can quickly get off of it. So that's annoying. Or they'll just do a post on like Tumblr or Instagram or whatever and they won't say it's a spoiler either until it's in the comments, and it's like, well, at that point it's too late because you've already seen it. So yeah, I might unhaul those 3 series and that's still a big chunk gone. I do know I need to read more. I've just been a little burnt out with reading because for me, I have to be in a specific mood to read, because I can have free time to read and I'll sit down with a book and I'll be ready to read, but then my brain's like, no, you don't want to read this, and I can't, you know, force myself to read. So I do know I got a lot to read, but I'm still waiting for so much of it to be unhauled. Like on my bottom shelf that you guys don't see, it is double stacked with manga that I'm trying to unload, and like this shelf above it is half full with manga that I'm trying to unload. Because that shelf above, like the one underneath Finland Saga, is for like my taller books. I got like the Apothecary Diaries art book is on it. I've got the Genki Japanese learning books from Maho on it. I've got some Shakespeare poems on it, Lewis Carroll poems on it, and like a big book of Sherlock Holmes stories on it. But it's mostly just manga I'm trying to unload. So where it's just been so long and none of my manga's unloaded, I'm just so tempted to just sell them all for £1 each. Like I know that's definitely going to be a bad idea considering how much money I paid for them and stuff, but it's taking up space. It's really draining just seeing pretty much 2 whole shelves just filled with manga that I'm not reading, that I don't want to read anymore. And it's just really annoying because I have volumes 1 to 9 of Moriarty, the series, the Sherlock Holmes manga one. I was selling that for £45, so it's £5 a volume, which is super cheap. And then I'll get people on Vine to be like, would you do £12 for the lot? And it's like, no, it's already cheap. Like, if I do it any cheaper, I'm like, at £45 for the 9 volumes, I'm losing money anyway. I don't really want to, you know, sell it for less than that. But a lot of these I've had up for 2 years and have not been sold. So it's just, I don't know if no one's just in the market for what I'm trying to unload, but it's just really draining. Just, it's 2 shelves pretty much that I can't use because they're covered in manga that I'm trying to unhaul, and it's just super draining just seeing it all of the time for like 2 years straight, and it's just a lot. Like, my collection is not big. I've barely got like 300-ish volumes, probably more considering the stuff that I've just bought, but it's not a lot of volumes, and it's just overwhelming just having 2 shelves dedicated just to manga that I'm trying to unhaul, and it just takes a lot out of me. So I'm just tempted to just sell it at a major loss just so I can get rid of them, just because it's just really annoying just having them there, knowing that I'm not going to read them, knowing I'm not going to do anything with them, so they're just there, just taking up space, and it's just really annoying because I have limited space in my room anyway because it's really small, and I've just got 2 shelves of manga that I'm never going to read again, just sitting there, taking up space for so much time. It's just can't do it anymore. It's just really just stressing me out. Yeah, because my shelves are kind of cluttered, especially on my other bookcase. So it's like, if I had that space free, I can, you know, spread out my collection more, I can have more space for my figures and stuff. But it's just really draining. I don't know how, like, I get overwhelmed with my collection anyway. My collection's not that big. I don't know how people with like thousands of volumes don't get overwhelmed with theirs. Just doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, I'm gonna come back. I've already filmed the next part of my haul. So for me, I'm just gonna come back with it being all put up. But for you guys, you're gonna watch the Christmas presents I got from my friends. You're gonna watch that part, and then you're gonna watch me have everything on my shelves, I guess, because I've already filmed that part. So you're gonna watch me open my Christmas presents from Sazzle, Sebastian, Frankenstein from the Discord, and Hobbit. So yeah, you're gonna go watch that, and then afterwards you're gonna be watching me show you guys how I've set everything up. That was just confusing, I apologise. But for me, I'm gonna go set everything up now, but for you guys, you're gonna watch me open my presents first and then come back to me put everything. I apologise, that was just confusing. I will see you guys in a bit. Okay, so this is the second part of the mega haul. This is stuff that I've been gifted by friends. So let's start with Hobbits, because I got that one first. First up we have got the Ami Ami print. Really cool one. I like that Hobbit. Every time he gets like an Ami Ami parcel, he'll ask me like, Egg, do you want this one as well? Because I just like them. And I've done like 2 Ami Ami parcels, I think. So only 2 of them are mine, and the rest of the prints that I've got and stuff are from friends. Just because I think they're really cool. Most people just throw them away anyway, so you know, recycling. But yeah, so we got that. And then we have the first volume of Haikyuu, if I don't drop it. So I'm super duper excited now to read it, which is why I did that big haul of Haikyuu volumes earlier that you saw. Because Hobbit did ask me what I wanted for Christmas, and I was like, you know, first volume of Haikyuu, because I've been getting like a load of Instagram posts and stuff of Haikyuu, and I was like, I really want to rewatch it and stuff. And then he asked me about that, and I was like, you know, that's perfect timing. I'll get the first one of Haikyuu. And then in the Travelling Man sale, it was 10% off, and I got some birthday money from my stepmom that covered pretty much the entire order, so I didn't pay for any of that, and I got a lot of Haikyuu stuff. And I ordered 2 figures, a couple of days before the Haikyuu sale as well. One of them was the Bokuto Ace figure, and the other one was the Kenma and Kuro joint figure. Let me see. I forgot my iPad was in charge. Let me see if my trusty iPad can get the picture up. Bear with me. By the time I write this down, because it won't show up otherwise. I always forget that Haikyuu is only spelled with one U. I always do two at the end, and it's like, are you sure you know what you're talking about? And it's like, probably not. I don't want to go on the website, I just want the picture. But this is the figure. Let me move the charger to the floor where I'm sitting. But this is the figure. So way of the Ace one, when Hinata gets that t-shirt and it shows Bokuto when he's going to see his match. It's that one. So it's a really cool one. I do like Bokuto, he's one of my favourite figures. Let's see if I can find the other one that I ordered. It's the same website that I used for the Malleus Android, so I am better inclined to order from there because I've ordered from it before, and purely because of how well they shipped my Android, because of obviously where the box had holes in it and stuff. Sorry, I'm trying to talk while trying to find the figure. Is that it? I don't think that was it. It crashed the website. Hold on. When I put it up in the Discord, I think. If I remember. I can't remember half of the stuff that I put in my Discord, to be honest. Found it. It was this one. The website was delayed. This one, of when they were children. Which is a really cool one, because I wanted one of the pair of them anyway, but I didn't want to pay for two separate figures. But it looks really cool, so I'm excited for them to, obviously arrive and stuff. But yeah, I ordered those, so I can't wait for that to come. But yeah, I did have originally volumes 1 to 6 that I got minted, but they were just like really bad quality. Like, I paid a lot of money for them and they were like yellow, falling apart and stuff, and it's like, you didn't tell me they were this bad condition. But at that point it had already automatically said that I got it, because it was like I didn't get it until a few days after it was supposed to have already been delivered, so it already automatically went through, and I was like, I can't be bothered to run it up with them and be like, yo, this is not what I wanted. So I ended up selling them at a very much loss. So when Harpit asked me what I wanted for Christmas, and when I saw the sale for Traveller Man, I was super excited. So mega haul. And then I need to redust it, because where it's like the cubby hole above the bookcase that I don't really use, and when like my trolley and stuff is in front of it, it gets super dusty. Because for me to reach it, I had to get my stool, first of all I had to move my trolley to my bedroom door, get my stool, set it up in front of the bookcase, then stand on it to dust it. Now if I've got piles of books in my hand, I had to put them on the bookcase, but where the shelves are like the same height as the volumes, I can't stack them and put them like I can't stack them this way on the shelf, so I have to figure out how to put them there so I can put them on like the top shelf. I'll figure it out when I put them up, you know, that's fine. And then this next one is from Zazzle, which is really nice. It comes with a card. And I'm aware it is past Christmas, but I was waiting for everything to come before I opened it, so I can do like, you know, mega Christmas haul. So it's a snowman. This is the inside. Did you guys see that? I don't know if I held it long enough. But yeah, it's very nice. Little card. We got a Cerberus pin, which is really cute. He's my favourite Cardcaptor Sakura character. He's just like really nice and cute, so that's really cool. And it comes with this little kitty cat sticker on the plastic, so I'm going to see if I can salvage that sticker because it looks really cool. I do need to find where I put my sticker books so I can show you guys what stickers I have, because I keep meaning to do that as a video but then I can never remember where I put them. So I think I've got like 2 or 3 maybe, but yeah, I will find them. And then we have this Mimikyu like phone charm thing, keychain thing, which is also really cute. And then it comes with this Pokemon card. Open it. Comes in this little dog bag. It comes with this sticker of like those green figures that people get. I don't know what they're called, I don't collect them. And then we have this Charcadet card, which is pretty cool. So that's what I got from Zazzle, which is really nice, really fancy. Next up we have presents from Sebastian Frankenstein. So we have the card. It's a bit wrinkled. I mean, I squashed it in the bag, but this is the card. It says please open it with a smile. So, oh, I had it upside down. It's got a daisy on it. It's got eggs on one side and this really sweet message on the other. So that's like really cute. And then we have some chocolates. If I can open it. Bubble wrapped really well. So we have some magic stars because they asked me what my favourite chocolate was and it is magic stars. Is one of them. We have this triangle present. It's a food thing. Fuzzy Flucked Friends Sushi and Ramen collection. So let's open that. That's pretty cool. I don't know what it is. Oh. I think it's a dumpling. I could be so wrong. It's that little... It's that one. I think it could be a dumpling. I don't know. But it's really cute. So, I don't know, but it's cute, so. And then we have got another triangle present. I just pulled off like a bit of the tape and not, you know, opened any of it. So let's open this one. Oh, it's got a very happy face. We got some salmon. I'm assuming it's salmon because it's kind of orange. So yeah, we got some salmon sushi. So that's pretty cool. And then the last thing we have is a Kirby. I can tell it's a Kirby because it's pink. These are the designs. We have a donut Kirby. He's pretty big. It's got a purple donut. It's really cool, really pretty. His eyes have sparkles. I don't know if that's picking up well on the camera, but his eyes have sparkles, which is pretty cool. And he's got his tongue poking out. So it looks like he's got lipstick on in like the camera view, but it's his tongue poking out. So I got a lot of really nice things. So I'm gonna tidy everything up because I am surrounded by rubbish and bubble wrap. So I'm gonna tidy everything up and then show you guys how everything looks being put away. Okay, so I had to redust this because it was super duper dusty, but this is the new Haiku cubby. This is where I did originally have my Twisted Wonderland stuff, but that's moved down a couple shelves now. But I just got the art book propped up there, and then the manga here. When my figures come, I'm thinking of putting them there. There is that mark on the wall there, like the wall of the cubby. I don't know how it's got there, because that's not there when I had all of my Twisted Wonderland stuff. So I don't know, because it's under the sticker too. Like, if you guys can see, it just goes under the sticker. So I don't know. I think I might have to get a wipe and see if it will come off if I wipe it, but I don't really want to put anything over there at the moment because of that. So it's all here at the moment until my figures come. And then obviously on this one you got my layback camp ones and my Pokemon ones. And then I have to be careful because the last time when I was putting those up, I twisted my ankle on the stool. But yeah, you have my layback camp ones, and you have my Twisted Wonderland shelf, which is now cluttered, and then the shelf below is like incredibly cluttered, which is what I was talking about. I need more space for things, but I had to I'll show you guys this shelf because it's not as cluttered and messy. I had to scan my Vinland Saga volumes because apparently I didn't scan those. And there's like a couple more things I didn't scan onto my bookshelf app that I used to like track how many. I've got like 270 odd manga and stuff. So not close to 300 like I thought. But like it's a lot less and it's still, you know, overwhelming for me. But anyway. We have LP over there, which is super thin compared to, you know, the Ancient Magus Bride ones. And then we have the Cerberus pin from Sazzle. I had to just shove everything into that corner for Nanami because my collection for Nanami is a little bit big now. And then I have to think of what's new on the shelf. And then you have the volume, and then you have the fairy cat volume too. I like how there's kitty cats on the spine. And then for this shelf, I did just shove everything over one end where my Kindle is, just because it keeps falling over towards this end anyway, even when it's like, you know, starts up here. So I just shoved it all over because that's the way it wants to go. And then, so we got Papa Sits the Track volume 3. I like how it's got the colourful spines, because a lot of my collection, because it is Shoujo B, it's just white spines. But like My Love Story and the Cadential ones as well, I like that they've got colourful letters, so it's not just white. Yeah, and then you got the Mimikyu from Sazzle. That kept falling, so it is like kind of half on the wall bit of the shelf. And then below we have the Villain Saga ones with all of my new Kirby's, and then these fairy food ones. And then I just put my Obemi keychains there because they keep falling off with the blue tack. So this is slowly getting to look nicer, I guess. This one is still very much cramped with everything on it, so I might have to move some things over to my white bookcase just because this shelf is very, very busy. Same with this, just because of the Nami corner. It's just very, very busy. I would have thought that my Asmo plushie would have came by now, because I ordered it back in June and then it shipped a little after Christmas, so I would have thought it would have come by now, but it's not. So I got that gap there for Asmo and he still hasn't come, so that's annoying. Hold on one moment. Okay, so this is where I have my Ami Ami prints and then the ones I bought for my birthday, just on the side of my bookcase. So I do have quite a few. I was going to put this one, the new one, here where the Savek art square keeps falling, but my blue tack is not warming up because it's too cold in my bedroom. So I can't put that up yet, so I gotta wait for it to warm up a little bit more before I can put the Ami Ami print up. But I am thinking I might sell these, because these are the only 3 that stick up, like stay on there. The Savek one doesn't, keeps falling off, and I'm pretty sure it's under my bookcase right now. I'm not too sure, but the only point of me having them up was because it's the 4 people from the dorm. But if Savek keeps falling off, there's not really much point of me having them, because that's not why I wanted them, if that makes sense. So I think I might sell those 4, and that way I have more space for my prints. But yeah, the blue sack is coming off because of where it's so cold, because, hold on a moment, this is the Nanami one, that one. So it's face down because I don't know if I'll get in trouble with YouTube. That one's fallen off, and hold on, let me climb on my bed. Gotta ignore my tripod. But yeah, see, because where this one is coming off as well, my green Stardew one has fallen off as well. So you can see the blue tack, I mean pink tack, same thing. And then that's where one of the Nanami ones was, but then the other Nanami one has fallen as well, because it's just been so cold that the blue tag is not, you know, staying warm enough to be on it. So I had to keep pressing it, but I'm not staying up, which is really annoying. Because the Nanami one is like really crinkled, if you can see, because it fell, like it was there and then like it fell, and then well, like my bed is here, it fell on me in the night and I didn't realise, and I turned around in the middle of the night because I toss and turn in my sleep a lot, and ended up being crumpled underneath me and I didn't realise. And now I feel so bad because this is the one that Lantis got me. I kind of ruined it now as well. But yeah, as you can see, even if I press my knuckles there for a long time, it still doesn't want to stay up properly. So I've got to find where that one's gone. But yeah, they are not lasting very long because it's so cold. It got to -6 in my bedroom the other day and it was super duper cold. But yeah, my collection is slowly coming along. See, because ignore that massive like cobweb, but this is what it looks like when I'm standing on my bed, and then this is what it looks like when I'm sitting on my bed. So I can't really see that well because, you know, my light's right there, but I can't really see the top of my cubby hole, like in the cubby hole, that much, which is why I moved the Twisted Wonderland ones there, partly because I was selling my art books. I had my art books up there, but then without my art books I didn't really need all of that much space, so I moved them down there. But now I have a whole cubby worth to collect the Haikyuu ones because they are a lot of volumes. I had to change it because my arm is starting to ache now because I'm not, you know, using my tripod. But yeah, that has been my mega haul for the start of 2026. I am not, you know, like, that's the biggest order, like that's the biggest haul I've had in like a long time since the last time I got my holiday pay at work, which was a long time ago. So I'm not planning on having such a big haul again. But yeah, that has been a huge haul. Trying to think of what I was gonna say. I can't remember. But yeah, I have like 272 volumes I think right now, which isn't a lot, you know, it's barely 300 volumes. It is spread out a lot. Like on my black bookcase, we have like 2 full shelves, 1 mostly full shelf, and then you got the Vinland Saga shelf. And then on the white bookcase, you've only got 4 series on there. You got the Blue Exorcist one, which I really need to reread. You got my Twisted Wonderland one. You've got the Laid Back Camp one, and then you got the Haikyuu one, which is fine. That's very nicely spaced out. And then on my trolley, I have a whole row of Natsume, A Book of Friends, that I really do need to read. I just haven't been in the mood to read it. And then that's like the middle row, and then the top row is just like my omnibuses and like the taller volumes. So they're just all for my fat books. But where they're like chunky books, I have to be in the mood to sit down and read a lot, because with my other ones, they're only like less than 300 pages, so it's not that bad. I can just read that in like 5-10 minutes. But with the omnibuses, it takes me... It used to only take me 10 to 15 minutes, if that, to read them. But nowadays it's taking me close to an hour, just because it's just so hard for me to read now. Because I'm not... When I was younger, I used to read all of the time. But then as I grew up, I got too busy to read. So now my reading pace is like really bad. Because I was very advanced as a child and stuff. Like... I'd be in year 4 reading Terry Pratchett books and stuff, and then my teacher's like, you shouldn't be reading that, that's not for your age range. It's like, well, these other books that you're giving me to read aren't as stimulating. But anyway, I can't read at the pace I used to, so it's taking me forever to read, and then I get frustrated with myself, so I don't want to read it, and I keep, you know, just going, oh yeah, I'll read that later, I'm not in the mood right now. And then I have to gradually get back into it, I think, especially when I did my last reading videos and I just did 4 hours of reading over 2 days, and that was just a lot. So I really do need to pace myself and take it, you know, slowly. But I just get too frustrated with myself too easily, so I end up not doing that. But yeah, that has been my mega haul of 2026. So it is a mess of a video, I will admit that. But yeah, I hope you guys liked it anyway. And I know Sparrow will, because when I said that I was gonna be filming, she was like, I'm super excited. But she says that anytime I say that I'm gonna go film. Even if I mention that I'm gonna go to London to go to Food of the Planet just to see it, she's like, haul, video, and it's like, yes, there will be a video, there might be a haul, because I don't normally pick up things when I'm in Forbidden Planet, just occasionally if I have the money. But yeah, Sparrow just gets excited no matter what I film, so you know. I'm just looking at my shelves and they're just super cluttered, but then I'm looking for like where I can put the clutter that's gonna make it not be as cluttered. I don't have the space, so you know, that's why it's all just on my shelves. But yeah, that shelf with the Green Yuri like badges and stuff, that shelf is incredibly cluttered, so I really do need to space that out more. But again, I lack the room to do it. But yeah, that's just a lot, because that's the shelf that's eyeline pretty much when I'm not, you know, slouching, because now I'm slouching, it's the shelf below, but usually it's that shelf, and it's just a lot to see at once. So yeah, I very much need to either half the trinkets that I own, or just move them somewhere else. But yeah, that has been today's video. I hope you guys have liked it. Let me know what your favourite part of my haul was. But yeah, I'm just making eye contact with the food ones that Sebastian got me. It's just really off-putting, so I'm just gonna, yeah, there you go, now I can't see it. But yeah, that has been today's video. I hope you guys have liked it. I don't know how long this video is, because I've just been doing it in parts. This part is currently saying 6 minutes, which is long, because this is supposed to be just like, you know, the short end of it. So I'm gonna stop here, because otherwise the video is gonna be even longer. So thanks for watching.